In the ancient corridors of philosophy, in the shadows of classical Roman thought, stands the imposing figure of Seneca, the stoic sage whose words transcend time to guide us to virtue. Within the vastness of his legacy, wisdom occupies a central place in Seneca's philosophy, a virtue whose brilliance illuminates the paths of existence. Wisdom, for Seneca, is not simply an accumulation of abstract knowledge, but a dynamic force that permeates every fiber of being and directs actions toward moral excellence. It is the beacon that illuminates the tumultuous sea of existence, providing clarity in the midst of confusion and discernment in times of uncertainty. Seneca conceives of wisdom as the ability to discern between good and evil, to live according to reason, and to understand the true nature of things. It is the art of facing reality calmly and acceptingly, of seeking truth in the midst of worldly illusions, and of acting with virtue even in the most challenging moments. Here are 5 tips for attaining wisdom according to Seneca. Tip number 1. Constant reflection. In the quest for wisdom, Seneca urges us to look inward with constant reflection. Through self-evaluation and contemplation, we can understand our motivations, desires, and actions. Reflection allows us to discern between the truly valuable and the ephemeral, paving the way to inner wisdom. Tip number 2. Living in accordance with nature. For Seneca, wisdom involves living according to nature, understanding the intrinsic order of the universe, and aligning with it. By observing the harmony of nature, we learn lessons about balance, patience, and acceptance. Wisdom consists in adapting to this order, avoiding futile resistances, and embracing the natural flow of life. Tip number 3. Practice moderation. In his Stoic philosophy, Seneca advocates moderation in all things. Wisdom lies in avoiding extremes, in not succumbing to uncontrolled impulses. By practicing moderation in pleasures and sorrows, we cultivate a serene and balanced mind, away from the emotional fluctuations that cloud judgment. Tip number 4. Learning from adversity. True wisdom is forged in the crucible of adversity. Seneca teaches us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Instead of resisting trials, we should face them courageously and learn from them. Wisdom is revealed in our ability to draw lessons from difficulty and transform it into a cornerstone of our understanding. Tip number 5. Empathy practiced. Seneca argues that wisdom involves the ability to understand the experiences and emotions of others. Empathy connects us to humanity, dissolving the barriers of indifference and fostering mutual understanding. By putting himself in the other person's shoes, the wise man gains a more complete perspective and develops a compassionate heart. The path to virtue. For Seneca, the virtue of wisdom is not an unattainable peak, but a path that each individual can walk with determination and discipline. In his writings, he invites us to walk with a firm step, to cultivate the mind and soul with the seeds of reflection and moderation. On this journey to wisdom, he exhorts us to embrace reality as it is, to learn from the vicissitudes of life, and to nurture empathy as a driving force in our actions. Wisdom, according to Seneca, is not just an intellectual achievement, but a way of being, a state of mind that permeates every choice and decision. As we follow Seneca's footsteps in the dust of time, his advice resonates like a wise echo in the corridors of existence. It reminds us that wisdom is not a final destination, but a never-ending journey, a path that reveals itself step by step as we move forward with humility, authenticity, and a firm determination to live virtuously. Thus, in the luminescence of wisdom, Seneca stands as an eternal guide, a voice that invites us to explore the vast territories within us and to discover, with each step, the infinite richness of virtue that resides in the heart of the human being.